month of October 2025, and thinking tonight, of course, of the people of Jamaica facing Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 hurricane with possibly the strongest winds ever experienced on Jamaica tonight and indeed tomorrow, Monday. The neighbouring islands of Cuba, Haiti and Dominican Republic also facing very, very significant sea surges, heavy rain, strong winds over the next 48 hours. They'll need incredible resources that made available now for the rebuild that is most likely going to be necessary after Hurricane Melissa moves away in the next day or two. I'm always grateful then when we're looking at these devastating hurricanes in the news, of how grateful we are to have the temperate climate of Ireland. Not too wet, not too dry, not too hot, not too cold, and not too windy, although of course it does get windy here by times. This week, westerly winds bring rain or showers at times, and temperatures around normal for this time of year. Not too cold at night time, feeling chilly when you're out in the wind, of course, and not feeling great when you're out in the rain either, but it's spells of fine weather for this week at times too, and the rainfall amounts shouldn't be excessive. At the weekend, still looking at that same feature. Now again, I've said this several times this week, this model run that we're looking at here is the ECMWF model. It's the best model for this part of the world really to be looking at. It is an exceptionally well run model. It's run 51 times. One time's called the deterministic run, and that's the run that you see in all the charts. That's what you see on the internet, all of the charts that are on the apps and on the TV, they're all the deterministic run. So that's the solid line that you see on these metgrams, and that's the chart that I'm showing in this video. That's the deterministic run. But when you look at the metgrams, that's showing the rest of the runs too. And as you can see, the deterministic run is the wettest and it is the windiest. So we're still looking at the main model run being maybe a little bit too wet and a little bit too windy at this point in the week. So we'll be watching it as it goes on through the week, how it's going to, it is likely to be wet and windy, but maybe not as wet and windy as those models, those charts might indicate at this point. After that, we're still looking at unsettled picture out into November. It'll be November by the weekend. But there's nothing extreme on the charts. Now, Hurricane Melissa will be taking the usual path across the Atlantic again. So it looks at the moment, the track is way too far out, but it looks at the moment like that track, it'll go southwards and we'll be in the colder air to the north of the track. That's November. It's too far away to worry about. That's it for now.